This is MFerguson for my final project with MIS372. I just recorded this, but I did not unmute my mic, so here we are again. All right, so for my solution, I used the Shopify. I built upon the Shopify database that we've been working with. So my Shopify database is a gaming store. It sells consoles, video games, movies, and the solution that I had was solving the problem of restocking orders. So what I built was a system that checks your inventory before it hits a certain threshold, which is as it hits a certain threshold. If it drops to 15 or below, then you get a notification that a reorder is requested. That automatically happens. So they just check the inventory here and then reorder it. So I'll show you how that procedure works a bit better. Anyway, or actually it just checks it and then it puts it into the table that I created called reorder requests. So reorder request was created as part of the new table for the solution. And then I had to add a column for reorder threshold into my products so that it triggers when it's less than 15 or less. And I have that here. And then that's also so it's triggered by my new stored procedures. So I also automated a lot of fail safes here. I built upon the stored procedure that Mauricio had given us, with all these extra metrics. I really loved that. But I got tired of kind of inserting everything manually. So I put in a bunch of checks. I've gone over this in my assignment 6 video though, so I'm not going to cover this here. The new ones that I created were the check inventory, the auto restock, and the delete order. But adding a new full sale is necessary to demonstrate the stock getting low. So I'm going to go ahead and do that until the stock gets low. So you can see I had a couple queries up already here. This is just the overall, obviously. Select from product shows you everything here. I set this up too, just to get current stock level. So this is just the current stock quantity of all of my items. Looks like one's getting really low, down to 16. Let's see which one that is. So 16 is for the Lenovo Legion Go. That's product ID 10. So what I'm going to go ahead and do here is run the new sale. We're going to do product ID 10. I have myself as a customer in here. Let me check. So I'm customer number 1. And we'll do 5 units, which will drop it down to dangerous territory, basically, restock territory. So you run that. This line right here acts as a receipt. I really started enjoying these. So I've been putting receipts everywhere. Just gives you a heads up. I like to see that everything that I did was correct. So this lets you know here, the stock dropped below the reorder threshold for this product, and to consider running the check inventory and reorder. So that's my other stored procedure. So if you're a manager and you're entering information here, then this one will just alert you that, hey, it's time to run your stored procedure and check inventory because it dropped below. It also lets you know that things went in successfully, the sale ID, just details, the revenue generated from that. And let's see here. So the next step after it runs low is we want to run our check inventory and reorder. So we run this. It looks like one row is affected. Reorder requests generated for low stock products. So I will show you So this is going to fill up with a pending request now because this has not been filled. I also put a failsafe in here. If I were to try to run this twice, it's not going to count the same one twice. It actually says 0 rows were affected. No new reorder request necessary. So that's my if-else logic that I put here. All right. So now that there is... Actually, let me show you the delete. This is a quick, simple stored procedure I made just for deleting a record. This checks to see if the pending order has been completed, canceled or not, or if it's been completed or not. If it's been completed, it won't let you delete it, just so you're not able to get rid of records. But if it has not, if it's still pending, and maybe the vendor stops working with you or you need to cancel it, you're still able to delete it, only in pending. So what I'm going to do real fast is just run this from the reorder ID. Okay. All right, and then, so this is going to be reorder 3, and I'm just going to go ahead and delete that right out of there. Oh, actually, I need to. Well, let me just go ahead and I already have the language written over here, so might as well use that. Okay, that's perfect, actually. Is this, it's reorder number 3. So if I run this, it'll actually let me delete it. All right, so one reorder request successfully canceled. All right, and there we go. So you see it's actually been updated. If I were to try to delete it again, it won't let me. No reorder request found for that ID. So perfectly set up there. That runs this first message here, if the record actually exists. All right, so what I'm going to do now is run a check inventory and reorder again. It's going to put that back. So now we have a pending request to be filled. We need 4, but I have it automatically set us up to restock to 50. So you run the auto restock, takes care of everything. It lets you know what this does is go through every row in the reorder request table, and it checks to see if it's pending. And if it's pending, it changes it to completed after it updates it to 50 units, and then it marks it completed, so that your records are still intact here. So everything is completed there. So that's basically the program. You add a sale. You add a sale, add a sale, add a sale. Keep selling like normal. You'll catch an alert when your inventory is low, and when you get that alert, you run a check inventory. It runs a checkup against your entire inventory, your entire products database for the stock. Anything that is less than 15, it will mark for reorder, and then you just run the auto stock program. It'll bring it back up to 50, and you are good to go. And if there are any issues with the pending orders that are created, you are welcome to delete them. And so that is it. That concludes my business solution, and every other detail has been listed in my turn-in. Thank you.